Some good news from this latest winter storm tonight. Water restrictions are now lifted for 7 million of us in Southern California. That's according to the Metropolitan Water District of Southern California. But the storm is still creating problems tonight, and more rain is heading our way this weekend. Good evening. I'm Jesse Pagan in for Carlo Cicchetto.
I'm Marcella Lee. This rain started last night, and we heard it coming down pretty hard overnight, consistent through most of today. We have your first microclimate forecast coming up in just a couple of minutes. But we begin tonight with CBS 8's Shannon Handy, who has been all over the county today. She begins our coverage from Mission Valley and shows us what she found there. Shannon?
I was out here exactly 2 weeks ago when the San Diego River flooded. Today, the water is much higher. This is just one of many problem areas throughout the county. It's something we often see when it rains in San Diego. The San Diego River was raging, the result of this latest winter storm. Barricades were put up to keep drivers out. Meanwhile, several parking lots at Fashion Valley closed due to flooding. The nearby Riverwalk golf course was also underwater. In North County, it was a similar scene on Harmony Grove Road and Country Club Drive, though a bit more dire for people like Matt Perella, who couldn't cross.
Every day that it rains, this happens, and the only problem with that is that this is one way in, one way out.
Matt was desperate to get to his horse, who was in need of food on the other side. Admittedly, he tried to drive through, but quickly realized it wasn't a good idea.
I almost got arrested a little bit because I did attempt to cross. I have crossed several times this week. Unfortunately, today has been the worst I've seen it, and when I saw it over my tires, I knew right away it was not safe to go across.
In San Marcos, more flooding. This is what the Twin Oaks golf course looked like. Colin Duncan sent us this video showing these same conditions at La Costa Resort in Carlsbad.
Twin Peaks is flooded.
Stephanie Piercy shot this one in Poway. The storm also took down several trees. This one toppled over on Black Mountain Road. Another one blocked Muirlands Drive in La Jolla. Another issue today, car crashes. A total of 4 vehicles were involved in this one on Del Mar Heights and Carmel Canyon roads. San Diego police tell us a 16-year-old boy was heading eastbound when he lost control in the rain and swerved into vehicles stopped at a red light headed the opposite way. One of the other drivers suffered serious injuries. And in Mission Hills, a problem of a different kind. Too much rain led to a small landslide outside this historic home, taking out a couple of large trees, shrubbery, and pillars. The owner, who did not want to show her face on camera, says she's worried about her safety, saying she fears it may get much worse.
It's frightening, and it's 20 feet away from our son's bedroom. You're worried about the erosion and where's the water going and how do we stop the water.
Shannon Handy, CBS 8.
Well, the rain may be moving out, but conditions are still hazardous out on our roads tonight.
Chief Meteorologist Carlene Chavis here early with a first look at your microclimate forecast. Carlene?
I don't know if you saw it when you were coming into work, but it's very foggy out there.
So now we have that to deal with, along with the roads that are still slick.
Exactly. So that's going to be sticking around as we go through tonight. So please give yourself some extra time. We do have the rain moving out. The bulk of that moisture was earlier today. But when we take a look at what's actually sticking, it's really light stuff that we're seeing along the 8. Also seeing that for Pine Valley, as well as moving in towards the desert. Now, when we take a look at reduced visibility, it is down to less than a mile. That is for Fallbrook. Also talking about it being down to a mile for downtown. We've been seeing these numbers fluctuate throughout the evening. 1.5 miles for Oceanside and also a little less than that for El Cajon. So that's going to continue to be the case with reduced visibility because of fog as we go into the overnight hours. Now, we are going to dry out. That's going to be the case by tomorrow. So yeah, a little bit more sunshine by the afternoon hours. Now, you're noticing I put maybe a light shower, but I didn't put raindrops on the forecast. It's very slight chance we could see some light activity Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then cloudy conditions on Monday, and that's all ahead of yet another atmospheric river. So we'll get to those details for next week coming up. Marcella.
Thanks, Carlene. In La Jolla, Muirlands Drive is back open tonight after the storm sent a giant tree to the ground. It blocked off the road for quite some time, but crews were finally able to clean it all up.